San Antonio!
Good morning, Brad. Glad you woke up this morning.
I know it's been a day. Welcome to All Things San Antonio podcast with your host, Brad Burns and
Ken Carter.
Fiesta Ken Carter.
It's Fiesta time, everybody. San Antonio, it is Fiesta time.
Let's Fiesta San Antonio.
What you got? It's going to be a kind of a rundown, just kind of a special episode that we're going to talk about all things Fiesta for all of those that don't know much about it or anything about it. We are going to have to refer to our notes on a few things because we're not experts, but we do enjoy going to the Fiesta, and we have some of our own favorite Fiesta events. I'm sure you have some Fiesta favorites as well. Put them down in the comments. Let us know which ones are your favorites. What's your favorite event just to start with? Or do you want to, let's start off with the history of Fiesta. And this is something that I didn't realize. It's just like how long it's been going on. Like in 1890, San Antonio was already like a thriving kind of booming town of about 38,000 people. And then they had a parade to celebrate the soldiers that battled at San Jacinto, the Battle of San Jacinto, and the Battle of Flowers, and they had a parade. And
San Jacinto.
San Jacinto. It's easier to say than San Jacinto.
Every time I see the J in Spanish, how I remember it's ha.
Yeah.
It's because I want to ja with people. When you laugh in Spanish, it's ja.
Yeah, it's funny how different cultures and everything and different languages have different things that seem so obvious. Like a laugh should sound like ha ha ha. I think it was in Chinese it's like WOWO or something like that. Like everybody has their own little things, and anyways, we digress.
No way, Jose. Jose's with an J.
My God. You are tired this morning. You're already getting a little bit delirious.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit silly.
I've been running all day.
It's all right.
It's been fun.
Work hard, be kind to people.
Yep. So the first parade was with...
In 1891.
1891.
And already at that point, they already had food carts and things, and they had little shops and selling things. So it was already the makings of what Fiesta is today, which I don't know if you know. That one of the things I think is great about Fiesta is sort of like with Martin Luther King for the parade. We have the largest parade in all of America for Martin Luther King. Fiesta, we're number 2, though. There's only one other citywide party larger than Fiesta. Do you know which one that would be?
I'm going to guess Mardi Gras?
It's going to be Mardi Gras. But they're forever linked together, these two these two Fiesta or two party weeks for the cities. And they're really, it's the beginning and the end of Lent and coming up into Easter. It's kind of what it's morphed into. The Fiesta always kind of ends around Easter time and everything like that. So that's when all the parties are going on. We have people going down to Brackenridge and camping out, finding their favorite spots for Easter. But Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday. It's the party Tuesday before Ash Wednesday before Lent starts. So you have Mardi Gras on the front end, and then on the back end we have Fiesta, which is, again, the second largest citywide party. And it's really, Mardi Gras is really kind of concentrated, I think, down to, I don't know, French Quarter and Bourbon Street and all that, where San Antonio, it incorporates all of San Antonio. We get a little bit of everything from the south side to the north side, and it's a community event.
Yeah, it is. I think about it. I mean, Fiesta, in my opinion, is like the clean version of Mardi Gras.
It's definitely family focused. There is some debauchery and there's some some craziness, and the you don't want to necessarily be at Niosa on college night, but the a lot of bumping into each other. But there's definitely a lot more family focused.
What's your favorite Fiesta event?
I would say probably it's one of two things. It's evolved, so it's just like as I've gotten older, my favorite events have changed. When I was younger, by far, without a doubt, is Oyster Bake at St. Mary's, which is a great event. It's all the proceeds from Oyster Bake goes back towards scholarships and everything for students for the St. Mary's University, which has got a great law school. It's known for its the law program that they have there. But it's crazy. Like it's 30 something stages. They've got, I don't know if that has 30. How many? I think what they had last year, it said they had 70,000 patrons and more than 7,000 volunteers just to work the event at Oyster Bake. They go through 100,000 oysters, and this is what I think is greatest. They go through 32,000 chicken on a stick with a pickle.
Pickle or jalapeno?
Jalapeno, pickled jalapeno. Sorry.
Say, Ken, you can.
Well, it's a San Antonio pickle.
On us.
It's a San Antonio pickle. Pickled jalapenos, though. 32,000 chicken on a stick.
32,000.
Which is my favorite. I'd rather have that than the oysters. I like it when they take the whole chicken, dip it in the vinegar, the brine.
I've never been to Oyster Bake. You know that?
I believe it.
I don't like oysters. I've never eaten an oyster, but it just doesn't look like something I like. So.
Well, it's one of those things that it's definitely, it can be family friendly, but you have to go on the right days. It's like you don't want to take your kids there on a Friday night necessarily. And all those people that take their kids there on a Friday night, there's no judgment there. But the Saturday during the day, they've got their rides. They've got like a carnival going on, so you can get your funnel cakes and things and ride the zero gravity. They always have the zero gravity where you start spinning with centripetal force and you're stuck up against the wall.
Yeah, we went to Peter Piper's this weekend for a birthday party, and I decided to ride the one on the south side has a little roller coaster spin thing, and I haven't rode it in like 20 years, and I was like, hey, I told my son, hey, let's ride it. He got scared. He didn't want to ride it. My daughter wanted to ride it, so I was like, cool, let's hop on. That was a mistake. First of all, there was no leg room. It was spinning way too fast. We had just eaten pizza and wings, so I was just, only thing going through my head was like, man, these people are going to be pissed if I throw up and it's just going to fly all over the place. So I was just sitting there like, man, hurry up and end, hurry up and end, hurry up and end. It just took too long.
I'm like that with all roller coasters, though. I'm not a fan of them. I'm not a fan of heights in general. Like, I suffer through them because I don't think that... I don't have debilitating like fears of them like some people do, and it definitely can like be hard for people. Like I think, but there's things that I genuinely would never do if it wasn't that my kids wanted to do it, and I'm not going to say no and not do it because of my uncomfortableness, like riding roller coasters. And I hate them. I hate them to like. I'll never go to a theme park on my own. It's only if because my kids want to go, and like. That initial trauma probably comes from riding the Rattler when it first came out.
Back when you used to get neck problems.
Back before they had to change it. I worked at back then. I actually worked at they had a Mexican restaurant when you first came in called Mi Pueblito. That's where I got introduced to Cholula hot sauce.
For those that don't know, the Rattler is Six Flags Fiesta Texas' most known roller coaster. Now it's the Iron Rattler. It used to be the only wooden roller coaster in Texas.
I think it was the fastest wooden coaster or something like that.
Yeah, it was fast. And for a while, they had issues to where people that would ride it
had to get whiplash.
Would get whiplash and get neck issues and back issues. And so they've had to tame the Rattler.
That thing was so rackety, man. You get up there at the top and you use that initial drop. It takes you, but it's not like smooth. You're going down and you're bumping up and everything, and then yeah,
it's a little rough.
That's part of the reason I have memory loss today.
And you start thinking, you're like, man, is this thing really put together that well as much as it shakes?
I think of that with all of them. That's the thing. That's why it's like accidents do happen, and I have a real hard time putting myself in a place that you're more likely to get hurt if you do it rather than don't do it. Again, you got to do these things anyways, especially. You can't let fear prevent you from having a good time.
Yeah.
Fear of embarrassment, fear of getting injured a little bit, depending on within certain safety means. But like, we only have experiences, right? So at least have fun. Go experience it and learn from it if it gets hurt a little bit.
And usually the stuff that hurts a little bit or can hurt a little bit is usually the most fun. Usually my bad decisions are way more fun than my good decisions.
Bad decisions are great stories.
Yeah.
And history is nothing but a story.
Yeah. So Oyster Bake, is that still your favorite event?
It's not. because man, that was in the early 20s days, and the person, the girl I was there with, she might have lost a fingernail in somebody else's hair, like going through a thing. Had a stack of so we don't go there anymore. We've grown up past that one. Now it turned into the King William Fair and parade and everything. It's very family forward. It's just a nice little fair festival, lots of booths and everything like that. It's a daytime event. They've got a great parade that people that very well represents the King William district. It's down in the King William district, which is great. It's always fun to go down there and see those great houses from the 1800s and early 1900s. These colonial style, these 2-story with columns are beautiful homes. That's the one I kind of my favorite one now.
I think the King William Fair has gotten better with everything going on, at how much Southtown is changing and becoming just a better area, more hip area, different things to do and things like that.
Well, it's always been the hip place. Just more people are hip today.
More people know about it.
Absolutely, it's because like Southtown and like the Blue Star, and I'm not saying that I'm any early adopter and things like that, but like I remember back when La Tuna was like the only restaurant down there, and a lot of people knew about it, but it was like it wasn't as booming as it is still, and a lot of that has to do with people moving down there and things like that. But that area was always cool like that. Like the King Williams district has always had their First Friday events where they always have the artists down there and coming out. It's been a great little area down there, and I think that's part. But I think you're right. With more people down there and it having its economic boost, if you will, it's definitely going to only improve it.
Yeah. My favorite event is the Flambeau Parade, and I'll tell you why. One, like the Battle of Flowers Parade is cool, but it's always 120 degrees that day. And the Flambeau Parade is at night. All the lights at night is not 120 degrees. It goes down to like 90. So you're not dying there in the sun. And I like looking at the lights and things like that. I think it's cool.
So the Flambeau Parade, according to my research, I Googled San Antonio Flambeau Parade, went to the website. It started in 1948, but and again, these are the things I didn't realize, but it's just kind of a testament to San Antonio. It's the number one. It's the largest illuminated nighttime parade in America. So like, it really. Today we were at an event this morning, and the speaker kept talking about how, well, this is Texas, and made assumptions about us Texans because we're from Texas. Well, because we're in Texas, it's the biggest, right? So sometimes those stereotypes, they hold true. Like, so the second largest week city-long party, but we have the largest nighttime illuminated parade. And soon to have the largest NBA championship victory parade coming up in 2027.
That's going to be sweet. When we get King James.
Man, I don't know.
But one of the things I love about Fiesta is how the city embraces it. Like, schools literally closed down for the Battle of Flowers parade.
Yes.
That doesn't happen too many other places.
Only in San Antonio. I don't even think like New Braunfels in like Comal School District gets it. It's just the San Antonio School District that take off the Battle of Flowers parade.
I think New Braunfels, I mean, they're close enough. They should get grandfathered in. Austin, send them to school. Like, send them on Saturday too.
Well, right now talking about closing schools, Comal School District is one of a few schools going up through Austin that is closing in April for the comet. Or not the comet, the eclipse.
Yeah.
The next lunar eclipse. Kind of jumping a topic from but right now I think Airbnb showed like a 6,000% increase in people searching for places to stay between Austin. Like the two of the three largest places people want to stay is the Hill Country in general and in Austin for the eclipse. And because of the traffic patterns and what they're worried about with the traffic, Yeah, Comel's they're gonna close the school for the day.
That makes sense. They need to close it the next day when everybody gets their eyesight back, because most people aren't going to use the right glasses to look at it.
We did last time. Did y'all have them? Did y'all look at when it happened was that like 2 months ago?
Yeah. No, I think it was longer than that ago. I think it was a few years ago.
No, we just had one.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, so I guess you didn't.
Oh, okay. No, I guess I didn't. I remember there was one maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, this was and that was the thing. We have 2 back-to-back ones. It happened, I think, in either November or December time frame. We looked at it. We watched it from the Alamo Heights High School the juniors park in their parking lot by the school. And it was really crazy. We had the glasses on and everything. It was kind of, I didn't think it was, I was pretty amazed by it. I'm easily amazed.
I'm not. I think it's cool, but
you know what? I was looking at the moon today. This is totally kind of a random thought, but like, you know how you only see what the sun's reflecting to and everything. Mm-hmm. But it's crazy how, like, because I'm watching For All Mankind right now on Apple TV, which is kind of an alternative like history. If Russia had made it to the moon first, and then the U.S. makes it, and then I just got to the 5th episode, and the first, like, you find ice, right? So it's like could be a way station. But anyways, so you're looking at the moon, and it's like, you don't see, like, the whole moon is still there. You're just seeing here, but it's like so perfect that you can't see it. Like, it's just disappeared. I don't know. I was just looking at it today, and it was like, it's just crazy. Like, it really is kind of crazy with everything. And with the eclipse coming up, it's awe-inspiring. It's what's had people, like, giving them inspiration to do so many different things and inventions and things like that. So,
quick question.
Yeah.
Did we go to the moon?
We definitely went to the moon.
It's not a conspiracy.
And the Earth is definitely round.
It's not a conspiracy.
It's not a conspiracy. It's just, it is what it is. That's my name. Do you think we went to the moon?
Nah, we probably did. I think we did. I just like to mess with people.
We probably did.
Yeah. I think it's a good chance we did. I saw somebody post the other day, and I was like, they said, well, if we went to the moon, there's no wind in space. How was the flag waving in the wind?
I have no idea. I don't know the video and everything. Like, I'm sure it's debunked and there's a reason and everything.
Could be the Illuminati.
Well, we'll have to ask Mr. Cat Williams about that one.
Cat, hit us up. We'll get you on the show.
I wonder what his thoughts are on that. He didn't say those, did he?
Cat Williams? Mm-mm. No, I don't think so. I didn't watch the full interview, to be fair, either.
I didn't either. I just saw all the clips on TikTok.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours long.
It's the same thing with the Johnny Manziel one. Like, I'm curious, but like, I just watched the documentary already, so.
Yeah.
It's like he's really just trying to get back in the.
I like Johnny Football, though.
I have no problems with him. I think that he and a lot of people were screwed over by not being able to take advantage of NIL and things like that. But anyways.
You think they need to give Reggie Bush his Heisman back?
I do.
I do too.
A lot of those things, it was just a way that the people in control were trying to maintain control.
They're trying to flex their muscle.
Maintain money, yeah, and trying to scare people, and it's all, it is what it is. But
what are you guys doing for Easter?
We'll have an Easter egg hunt. Not sure where we're going to do dinner and everything. Last year we did it at my son's house, and it's likely that we'll probably do it there again. But this is I should actually like have send like pictures. Like, we have Easter egg fights, like the cascarones. Like, we get a few dozen, quite a bit, and like, it's not like a small, like, try to pop them on your head or whatever. Like, it's evolved from the time when they were 11, 10, 11, throwing them. And now you've got these 20-something-year-olds
chasing each other down.
Boys,
and
girls.
After blood.
I've got a picture with Hagen winding up and Zane winding up, and like, they're coming up and they've got like welts like they're playing paintball. Like, it's like scary to the point me and Elena, my youngest, were at the store, and I was like, Easter's kind of like, they already got the cascarones out there. She's like, oh, she goes, they go so hard.
Let me ask you, where do you buy your cascarones from?
We get a lot of them just at HEB.
HEB?
Yeah, I'll get them from wherever,
Yeah.
but like, just the ease and simplicity of just like, oh, they're there on the shelf and just.
I'm super San Antonio. I buy them by like the 5 dozen
Okay.
packs, the boxes, from somebody on the side of the road. They either have a bag of like 100 of them or boxes of them they sell. I try to buy them from the side of the road. I remember growing up, my buddy's grandma used to save the egg. Like the whole family opened up their eggs, cracked their eggs a certain way, so that way they can save the eggshells.
They made their own?
Yeah, they made them and they sold them.
Oh, okay. And that's where you'd get them from.
Yeah, so I always try to support somebody local like
For
that.
sure.
I mean, HEB is local, but I try
don't
to
know
support somebody that's not going to pay sales tax on it.
I don't know anybody that makes them.
You just got to... So what you do,
It's drive.
you hit 281 and you drive south of 90, turn on
left
any
on
street,
Ridgely.
and you'll find them.
So we actually just had our client event that I missed. We had an Easter egg hunt for that, didn't we?
You missed it. We had 1,000 eggs. We had to go buy more before because we had like 200 plus people there.
That's pretty cool.
Like Eric, our producer right now, was there recording, and there was a ton of kids. Like I haven't seen where we have it at. I haven't seen that packed. Literally, the parking went from the pavilion we were in, and it wrapped all the way back around to the bridge where you enter.
That's awesome.
On both sides, it was so many people.
Well, I wish I would have been able to make it. Had family things to take care of. We were split. We had people in Boston, birthday parties to take the little one to, and everything. It's fun how, like, I've been on the team for a couple years now, and I remember I went to the one like 2 years ago, and it wasn't that big to where it's come to now too, and it's great to see those things grow.
So next year,
I
always like to go big. Next year, don't mark me on it because I still got to figure out the logistics. I want to have a helicopter egg drop to where somebody in a helicopter pulls up, dumps out a few thousand eggs. We'll probably open it up to the city, have different food trucks and things like that. And then our VIP clients are going to get some tickets so they don't have to pay for the food and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we're looking at logistics on figuring that out.
That'll be cool.
Well, yeah, we want to go big.
The one more. There's a couple more. There's quite a few different like Fiesta events and things like that are going on. In addition to what's going on in San Antonio, I just want to give a quick thing. In the same time frame down in Poteet, they have the Poteet Strawberry Festival. I don't know if you've ever made it down that way to go to that.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool event, but every time I hear Poteet, I think of that song from the Randy Rogers Band. Met a girl down from around Poteet.
Well, they have like 35 bands, I think, or they've got multiple bands coming in all throughout the weekend. I can tell you, I can guarantee there's either going to be country or Tejano. There's nothing else. Or both. Or kind of a fusion of the two. But that's all you're getting down there this weekend. Which is a fun. It's dirt on your boots, kind of. It's a weekend to wear your work boots out there and go around and have a good time, and strawberry everything, chocolate covered strawberries, funnel cake strawberries, everything.
We actually at our client event, the park in front of where we had ours at, they were having like a Tejano Explosion concert. So I think we probably got some people that came over from that as well. It was just a ton of people.
Hey, but that's the thing is like most of our events like that, we are open up to the community, to whoever. Everybody is welcome. Just kind of spreading that love. Speaking of spreading the love, we do have our podcast with one of our sponsors, if you will, kind of helped us out, Thrive Mortgage. And they have a Fiesta event as well. Thrive Mortgage is having an event here at their office on Sigma on April 11th from 3:30 to 6:30. anybody and everybody is welcome to come to that as well. It's not just for their clients. They're opening up. They're going to have, I think, margaritas. They're going to do some different games and things. They're going to have, I think they're going to even have music as well. So they're going to have music, food, drinks. It's going to be a good time. They're right here at 18585 Sigma Road. It's right here between 1604 and Sonterra. It's going to be great. The last event I went to for them, was a whiskey kind of tasting. They had a charcuterie board that was literally like the table that it was on just a table, and the table had to have been 8 feet by 4 feet, just straight charcuterie. I think
I've never seen that much charcuterie.
Man, I haven't eaten that much charcuterie, and the whiskey was good too. So I'm excited. I don't know what kind of games and things. I've come to another event here where they had axe throwing, which was a great time. So they always do something special here. So
maybe they'll get some of that Mexican bingo going.
What's Mexican?
Loteria. Instead of using the change, they can use beans. I don't know if you ever played it like that, but
the only time I've played Loteria is in Elena's. Like she's in dual language. And so, like, I was for when they're allowed to have, like, Parent Day or whatever, and I would read off all the little culebra, and all this stuff. And yeah,
I was using Google Translate to try to figure out which one was which.
Dude,
the pictures help.
Emma her Spanish is limited, and she's a nurse, and she was telling, like, she literally, like, that's like she'll grab her phone. And she'll say something to Google Translate, let it spit it out in Spanish or whatever language that she's talking to. She'll have them speak right back into the phone. And, like, it's right there. It's amazing how, like, 10 years ago, you never would have had that capability.
Yeah. Have you seen they actually have made some headphones now that'll translate in real time for you?
I've seen that.
I think that's super cool. I heard they're not the greatest yet, but with AI and everything rolling out, they're going to be so good.
Everything is yet.
We're not even going to have to learn different languages. We're going to be able to just change the programming on our headset.
Dude, Siri used to spell Elena, Alayna, and now it knows to spell Elena. It can learn. It can get better.
Mm-hmm.
See? Even just Siri it's gotten better.
You know, I never thought about it. I heard that guy from that class we went to earlier. He said everybody wants to listen to a woman. That's why your GPS is in a woman's voice.
Mine's South African female.
Yeah. See?
It's supposed to be Charlize Theron in my head.
My buddy has the British accent on his, which is pretty cool. I just leave mine alone. I don't want to mess with it. So
you don't want the world to know your preference.
So going back, I'm not gonna go off on a tangent here.
Okay.
Because I'm good at that. But you know, like for singers and whatnot, I prefer male singers over female singers.
Man.
That's just my preference. Like, I'm not saying females are any less or the music's anything else. I just prefer I like the deep country type sound.
But I also think it's because the male singers are seeing a perspective that you can easily kind of connect to more so
maybe
than a female singer, because they're usually sing. I don't know. It depends. Like, a lot of times they're singing about, like, the female's perspective through dating or whatever,
on how bad the guys are,
and like think about Shania Twain. I mean, she's in Carrie Underwood. They're talking about dug my key into his truck or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear a song about digging keys into my truck.
Right. No, that's funny. But one of the things I wanted to hit on as well, when I asked about if you're going, what you're doing for Easter.
Yep.
Have you ever done the Brackenridge campout?
I have not done the Brackenridge campout. I would never do the Brackenridge.
Me either. So in San Antonio, we have Brackenridge Park, and they actually, for Easter, they allow people to start camping out there on Friday to save their place for their family Easter. So people go out there and start camping on Friday and stay all the way through Sunday, so they can save their spot. So if you drive out there Friday morning, and there might not be somebody at a spot, but they'll have chairs and all kinds of stuff chained up to the picnic tables to mark their spot.
Oh, it gets vicious. Like, it's a generational thing. There are spots that people have had for literally since their grandparents used to go to that spot when they were kids. It's such a tradition for San Antonio, and it's one of those. It's honestly, when I was thinking about, we were talking about doing today's podcast on Fiesta and all that stuff. I looked up camping in Brackenridge Park because I wasn't sure if they still are allowing it or not. Because that's one of the fears that I have. One of the things that I don't want to have happen as we grow is some of those things that are unique about San Antonio kind of go away. Some things have already kind of gone away, but they come full circle. Like the Spurs potentially being back down by Hemisphere and being in that area. When I first started going and watching the Spurs, that's where they played, is downtown in the Hemisphere Park, that area. That kind of went away with the Alamo Dome, and then they went to what's now the Frost Center, and now they're coming back, and it's one of those things that should have never gone away. Like they should have just kept it in San Antonio, in downtown the whole time, but at the same time, communities and towns grow and change, and they learn and they get better, and that's what San Antonio has done recently is they've made the right decisions and to economically to not only still make a lot of things affordable, and we're not crazy, we're not out of pocket when it comes to the prices and values, especially land and homes and things, but at the same time bringing in things that make it more cosmopolitan of a city, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. Do us a favor. Let us know what your favorite Easter or Fiesta event is, or your favorite Easter Fiesta memory is.
And we didn't even talk about the medals.
We haven't. We'll get to that on the next one.
We'll see.
Yeah. Do us a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next episode.
I'm Ken Carter. He's Brad Burns, and we are All Things San Antonio.
All things.